Hello, this is Lynn Norusis with the Focus on Nova team here with your fall 2022 market update. So as many of you guys know, it's all over the news. The interest rates have risen, and that is causing a change in the real estate market for Northern Virginia. Now, mortgage interest rates have increased from record lows. I want to say the lowest one I saw come through this past year was a 2.25% for one of my buyers. But now they are hovering right around for an average of 6.6% for a 30-year fixed rate for a non-jumbo loan. So those interest rates have come up, causing some buyer demand to calm down. Now, we are seeing a slower market, which is traditional coming out of the summer. Summer is traditionally one of the slowest markets or time frames throughout the year for real estate. And this year, even more so, because a lot of people were traveling. We had record numbers traveling this year, so a lot of people weren't even in town to take a look at properties. A lot of that is because all of the vacations that had been planned prior to the pandemic or attempted to be planned during the pandemic were now being taken this past summer. Now we are seeing that home price increases have started to moderate some as well. Now, year over year, we're actually seeing that there has been a 25% drop in sales, and that's from August 2021 to August 22. And we are seeing that with that, there's a couple reasons. So first of all, it's the coming out of the summer, it's a slower market, more people are traveling. Second is that interest rates have increased, which is also causing a little bit of a less buyer demand. But then even probably more important as to why it's that 25% decrease is there are actually 19.6% less homes on the market this past August than there were in August 2021. So just ratio numbers, we're seeing a decrease in that as well. Now, one thing that is happening is while those home sales are down a little bit, home sales pricing has actually increased 3.2% year over year. So we're sitting at a median sold price for Northern Virginia at $627,500 for your average home in Northern Virginia. That's that median sales price. Now, some of the things that are happening is the Northern Virginia area has seen an average days on market go up to 19 days on market. So homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer, causing less of that need to get in. Now, all of that is actually very property specific. So we are still seeing some homes that are going on the market and immediately getting multiple offers, going under contract, and buyers potentially waiving some, if not all, contingencies. But that's very property specific. And the National Association of Realtors actually right now is stating that this early fall may be the best time for buyers to come out and purchase a home. So one of the reasons that could potentially be an issue is while we do not have a crystal ball and we can't make those definitive statements, but what happened last year is we actually saw a massive increase of buyers come out in the fall, actually right around this time. And it was because the Fed came out and had stated that they were going to be raising interest rates. So we saw a lot of buyers come out and try to purchase those homes prior to those interest rates going up. Now, we have been on an incline of interest rates throughout the summer, and the Fed actually just came out earlier this week stating that they would be raising their rates again, which then in effect typically affects those mortgage interest rates. But we are, from our own personal listings and open houses and buyers that we're out with, we're actually seeing more buyers starting to come back into the market and take a look at homes. Showings are up at the open houses that we've had. I don't have the statistical data on that, but just from our own personal knowledge of the homes that we've put on the market, we're seeing more buyers come out, whether it be with their agents for showings or through open houses. So we could be seeing that with the Fed continuing to try to combat the inflation and them raising their rates, that more buyers might be coming out to try and get in at this 6.6% or sometimes lower. Your interest rate always depends on your specific personal finances. But it is still a really good time for buyers because they are able to get in right now with not as much competition, and they're able to keep inspections and keep their appraisal and financing contingencies. Now, again, all of this is very property specific, and keep in mind it is still a seller's market due to the low inventory that we're seeing in the area. So for sellers, as I mentioned, that median sales price is still elevating year over year, but not as rapidly as it was last year. We're not seeing a lot of that emotional buying happening. So for sellers, you're still in the driver's seat. However, you really need to make sure that you're getting your home prepped properly and you're pricing it fairly. That's where us realtors come in to help you get the most for your money and get it on the market in its best condition possible, priced fairly in order to get those buyers in and making those offers. So that is a quick wrap up for what we have seen happen in the summer and what we think is going to be happening in the fall. By all means, if you have any questions about Northern Virginia real estate, get in touch with the Focus on Nova team.